So the Avengers game that came out about a year ago, it's a very good game, I think, in my opinion. If you haven't checked out our previous video about the Avengers game, go check it out. It's on the channel. It's about what we ranked our the characters that I think are the best in the game. Well, we ranked them on tier maker from best to worst, basically. So go check that out. I'll put it in the video in the description. But today's video is obviously about what DLCs should be in the game, and obviously the game has only been out for a year, and the only real DLC that we've got at the moment is the Black Panther DLC, which in my opinion I thought was amazing. And it's been out for a year, so I think that the game will develop over time, and I think that we will be getting more DLCs over the future. Obviously there is one in here that is obviously pretty much confirmed, but it's only on PlayStation. But if you do enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, and let's get into it. So at number 5 spot, obviously I put Spider-Man. Obviously that's literally what I just was saying. It is the game that it is the DLC that is going to be only PlayStation exclusive. It's going to be a time event, basically. He'll stay in the game, but it's not going to be available for people on Xbox and PC. So it's only going to be available for PlayStation, but in my opinion, I still think it's going to be an amazing DLC. Obviously, Spider-Man, obviously he's got his own game on PlayStation. Obviously the second one comes out next year, and obviously Miles Morales has obviously got his own game, but obviously Spider-Man being added to the Avengers game is going to help people on PlayStation. Obviously they're going to play the game more. Obviously seeing Spider-Man being added, they're going to want to swing around with him, and obviously they're probably going to add some more villains and basically more missions to play as Spider-Man. Or I don't know, I think they said that it's going to be like Spider-Man's going to be, it's not going to have his own mission area or something, which will be a bit bad, but at least we get the character. Well, at least PlayStation will get the character that obviously that everyone loves in the MCU, and I think that he'll have some amazing skins, maybe Iron Spider, and obviously maybe we'll get some other ones as well, obviously on the store. So now that Spider-Man's out of the way, the next 4 are going to be very interesting, I think. Tell us what obviously what DLCs you guys would obviously like to see in this game. But here are the 4 that we think, what I think that might be added in the future. Obviously there's a lot more movies and shows coming out, etc. But these are based on shows that we've seen, and obviously something that's coming up in the future of next year. Well, very early of next year. So this one is obviously Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now I think if we get a DLC like this, it could be amazing. We'll get obviously the only character we'll get is Doctor Strange. I've got a few other DLCs in here where we get 2 characters. So yeah, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I think it's going to be an amazing DLC. Obviously if they have it, then we could see obviously Doctor Strange. We could see like his classic skin that we see. Maybe we could see a skin in Multiverse of Madness, and then obviously in we could see a Sorcerer Supreme one, or Supreme, for the one we see in What If. I think that could have been an absolutely amazing skin. I think that's probably be the best skin in the game. But no, I think that this would be an amazing DLC to have in the Avengers game, and personally I think everyone would love it. Now obviously we don't know where they're obviously going to be in the multiverse in that film, but they could probably change the missions around in that. Maybe if they do have the multiverse in the Avengers game, then that could open a lot of possibilities for the game, and it could be an absolutely amazing game. So I think the Avengers game has a good future ahead of it. It just depends if the game is going to execute it or not. Now that's the DLC that I would love to see in this game. I think obviously Multiverse Madness, that everyone will play it then, and it brings a lot more diverse to the game. It brings more character development. I think it brings a lot more to the game, and people would enjoy it more. So that's the first DLC that I think, well, other than Spider-Man, that's practically been confirmed. Doctor Strange has not, and I do think that it might be added, but obviously this is just personal opinion and ones I want to see. So the next one is obviously a WandaVision one. Obviously WandaVision came out earlier this year, but obviously I could have said Wanda in Multiverse of Madness DLC, but there is a character in here, obviously Vision, that I would love to see in the Avengers game. So that's why I had Wanda in this DLC instead of having Wanda in the Multiverse of Madness one. But obviously I think Wanda and Vision coming into this game would be absolutely amazing. Obviously 2 overpowered characters that people would want to grind out on the game. Obviously overpowered too. Obviously Scarlet Witch, maybe loads of different skins. Maybe a Halloween one, Scarlet Witch one, maybe obviously her one from Age of Ultron and stuff like that. I think that could be some good skins. Obviously Vision won't have many skins. He can have ones that obviously that he's had in WandaVision, maybe his White Vision one, because obviously what Vision's data is now in White Vision, so White Vision is practically Vision, which that was confusing to say, but yeah. So yeah, there's not much to say about this DLC, but I do think that this could be an amazing DLC to have in the game. Obviously, I think they could have missions like them being in like Westview and stuff like that. I mean, they could have ones outside of that as well. They don't have to have Westview, but that Westview could become an area, just like, you know, we have Wakanda with the Black Panther DLC, and then with the Multiverse of Madness one, we could get obviously like a bigger universe and go into the multiverse, but you know, it depends if the Avengers game and the creators want to do that. So that was another DLC that we would love to see. Now on to these are the last two DLCs that could be in the game. Now this is them in particular order, so it's not like this is from worst to best or the ones I want to see the most. But the next one is obviously Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, I'm sure every Marvel fan, and everyone that plays this game would love to see Falcon and Winter Soldier in this game. Obviously, imagine having Bucky Barnes in this game with Captain America and stuff like that. That would be amazing. But obviously, Falcon, he could have his obviously in the Captain America outfit that he has in like the final episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Obviously Bucky could have loads of different skins, his Winter Soldier one, the one we see in obviously with his vibranium arm in like Infinity War and Endgame and stuff like that. So obviously there's a lot we could see in that show. Obviously different areas will come into it as well in that show or in that DLC. I think obviously bringing 2 characters into the game each DLC, that could bring a lot more people back to the game as well, because obviously more characters are being added, which will bring people back to the game and people would want to see it. Obviously these are shows that have already come out and these aren't future shows, so the Avengers game could obviously add shows that are coming out into the future as well. Obviously like there's a lot of shows, Moon Knight maybe, but obviously that's not really Avengers. Most of these DLCs are Avengers, or we've seen them in the Avengers universe. We haven't really seen the rest of them yet, but these are just ones that we have obviously seen, like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Wanda and Vision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So obviously now on to the last one for the DLC, and the last one that I would love to see in the Avengers game is Captain Marvel. Now I think this DLC could be amazing, obviously with Captain Marvel 2 coming out soon, and in that film we're obviously going to be seeing Kamala. And obviously Kamala is obviously one of the main characters in the Avengers game. Obviously the storyline mainly focuses on her and her path to the Avengers. So obviously adding Captain Marvel to this game, obviously Captain Marvel 2 DLC, that would be perfect, obviously, because it's rumoured that obviously Miss Marvel will be in obviously Captain Marvel 2 along with Monica. But obviously if they do bring out a Captain Marvel 2, maybe it could just be a mix of both. Captain Marvel obviously comes into it, obviously I don't know what kind of where it would start, because obviously we don't know much about Captain Marvel 2 yet. Obviously we'll see lots of different skins. Maybe you start off with her with the short hair, and then you can get her long hair ones from Infinity War. Well, no, Endgame, sorry, not Infinity War. Obviously she changes her style in that film twice. So obviously, yeah, there's not much to say about Captain Marvel DLC other than I would love to see it, because I think it would bring, obviously, like I said before, with other characters, with 2 characters like Wanda and Vision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think with more characters it brings more people to the game, so, and more people, obviously the game gets bigger, and yeah, more money, and they can obviously continue and progress with the game. So there were some other suggestions that I had, like a What If DLC, but I didn't have it because they would have to add like loads of different ones, like obviously Star-Lord, and you know, like as Black Panther, Star-Lord and stuff like that. So it would have been hard for a What If or a Fantastic Four one. There wouldn't be much point in a Fantastic Four one. Obviously there was those suggestions, but I thought these were the main ones, because obviously we've seen them in Endgame, Infinity War, and we've seen them in the MCU so far. So if we've missed out a DLC that you guys would love to see, tell us down below, or what villains or skins you would love to see in the future of the Avengers game. If you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe. We hope you're having a good day, and goodbye.